Welcome to Behind the Scenes at the Hanover Theatre. Now, here's your host, Lisa Condit.
Welcome back. This is Lisa, and I'm here with Don Phipps, who is our organ expert and our resident organ curator. Is that the right title, Don?
Well,
because you're so much more, honestly.
Yes, but
you're a Franklin Square Society member.
Yes, but bear in mind, I do not play. I'm strictly a mechanical guy. I love to listen, and I love to work on instruments that people with talent do play.
Which is so incredible, because the precision that it takes for the music to come out is one thing, but to have that vision and to make it possible for other people to make that beautiful music and for it to be such an important part of so many of our productions. And so just going back to the history of the organ a little bit, the organ was a big part of American theater before.
Yes, this is true. The theater pipe organ was conceived and designed and evolved for one specific purpose, and that was for the accompaniment of silent motion pictures. And those of you who have looked into the history of this a little bit, the motion picture, the heyday of silent pictures of a involved plot, and so on, a true production, a three-reeler, for instance. This extended from the 19-teens to 1927 with the advent of sound. And then, of course, everybody took advantage of this giant step in technology, and so sound pictures became the thing. So the theater pipe organ originally had a very short lifespan.
And what's incredible is that we do have a silent film series that you've been a really big part of as far as hooking us up with Clark Wilson and really helping us to understand the value of them. And I have to say, they're extraordinarily entertaining, especially for today's audiences, because it's so different than what you would experience anywhere else. So check out our website at thehanovertheatre.org for a full listing of our shows, including the silent films. And then we have, of course, our annual production of A Christmas Carol. And I really want to cover your birthday party. Tell us a little bit about that. It's happening in October, and I have to say, we're fellow October birthdays, so you'll always have a special place in my heart, even when it doesn't have to do with the organ. But Sunday, October 22nd, it's going to be a great afternoon. So, Don, tell us about what we can expect.
Well, the reason I must be honest to admit of having this concert is I'm human like everybody else, and the idea of an 85th birthday was really sort of depressing and a little terrifying.
Wait, I just have to tell you all, if you saw Don, you would not think there's any reason to be depressed. He does not look like he's going to be 85 at all, and he's looking very fit these days. Go ahead.
Well, I decided the best way to sublimate the whole stressful event was to have an organ concert. Now, we have had quite a number of exceptionally well-done silent films, but we've really only had one or two organ concerts, and the last one was actually at my 80th birthday. Mm-hmm. So I decided it was time for another one, and so fortunately my wife Polly and I were in a position to sponsor this event and pick up the costs of the production and the artists and so on. So we're featuring Dave Wickerham, who in my estimation is certainly in the top 3 theater organ recitalists in the United States. And just to bring in a little flavor and a little variation of the program, I've also hired the White Heat Swing Quartet, which is a well-known organization in Boston.
Yes.
So we're going to have something old, something new, and then at the end of the grand finale, I expect all 5 talented musicians to really get together and blow the back out of the auditorium.
Wow. Now, I remember dancing to White Heat in Boston clubs a little time ago, but it was a lot of fun and really upbeat. And I bring that up because a lot of times when people hear, oh, they have an organ, their mind immediately goes to either Sundays, going to church, or, as you had said, funerals. And certainly that is not the vibe that people are going to get at your birthday party.
Well, the theater organ music played by a truly great artist is an art form all by itself. And those of you who haven't sampled this either in live performance or on recordings are going to find this is a completely different type of music. And if you don't walk out of the Hanover at the end of the concert with a smile on your face and a song in your heart, you hunt me up and you can complain personally, and I'll be glad to apologize.
Oh, you are such a generous person. And everybody, Don is merely asking people for a donation when they attend this event. And of course, there is a suggested donation, but truly, Don and his team have been selflessly maintaining the organ. They donated this organ, and it is an incredible instrument that adds a lot of value to a lot of different productions. And it would be really great if we could raise some money for the theater fund so that its maintenance was guaranteed into the future, into perpetuity. About how much, if the theater had to pay for this a year, I'm afraid to ask, would it cost us to maintain the organ the way that you and your team have maintained it?
Well, that depends. Most times, an organ like this, which was completely rebuilt before it was installed in the theater, and should be good for another 30 or 40 years without anything major. The yearly maintenance is probably a matter of a couple $1,000s. That mostly covers the tuning. What we're trying to save for is 30 or 40 years down the line when something major needs to be done, and then it can be a lot of money. They're very, very labor intensive. As I said, the installation took 1,500 man days of work, and most of us are not young chickens anymore, but we still worked hard. So translate that into $65, $75 an hour, which is what professional organ builders get today. A rebuild can run into a great deal of money.
Absolutely. And the Hanover Theatre and Conservatory, we are nonprofit organizations. So we really appreciate any support that you can give. Please find more information online at thehanovertheatre.org. Come on October 22nd and hear what the organ can do. And you are going to leave, like Don said, with a smile on your face and joy in your heart. And that's all good. So again, thehanovertheatre.org, Don Phipps' 85th birthday concert featuring the White Heat Swing Orchestra and David Wickerham on the mighty Wurlitzer. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. See you at the theater.